This is Mesolight visual here. I came across these images on Pinterest, guys. Then I thought of you. If I can make a video of a step-by-step, which is basically my approach to model these frame cabins, VDC way, or visual design and construction way. It's a detailed process and a workflow that will dissect and give you a full insight on solving a lot of situations in ArchiCAD. Welcome and thank you for opening this video. Before I start, let me ask you to subscribe if you are new to this channel and hit that notification bell for being notified for a new video. Without any further ado, let's get started. This is the side that we're going to place our project to act as a base of our project. So here is the platform where the project is gonna sit. So if you open this elevation, you see the section of the structure. So we have the roof emerging from the ground that will cover the entire envelope of the project. And then here is the continuity of these trusses or trusses of the roof to support this cantilevered platform as a balcony. So yeah, let's get started. Go to the ground floor. The first thing that I'm going to do is to place the shell, which is the roof, basically the roof. So I'm gonna go to roof 2. Then under the geometry method, I'll use the rotated rectangular hippo gable option. You can also click on this arrow to expand and see other possibilities. I'll pick this, the last one. And then from there, I'm going to place it along this. So what I'll do, I'll pick this point, then specify the second point, then I'll show the direction and place it there. Then I'm going to have it really offset it to have 0 overhang like this. If you go in 3D, let's check. Go back to the floor plan, change the home story to first floor to see something like that. Drag it to the top. I don't think it's sitting the way we want. We're gonna redo it again. Let's delete this and replace our roof again. Pick the roof 2. This time around, we're going to use this side as our starting point, and then go all the way like this. Perfect. This is sitting how I want. And then let's offset these edges to 0. Then perfect. If you change maybe this to 6 meters. Then go to 3D. Let's see. You can adjust the roof height based on the elevation. So what I'm going to do, select the roof, then move it all the way down. Then what I'm going to do is to change the angle or the pitch of the roof to 45. Then okay. Make sure you align it. I guess it's 60. Okay. Position it. There we go. Make sure it's let's see on 3D. That's exactly what we want. We're gonna offset this. No, it can't. The best way is to move. Let's move it all the way like that. And then stretch it on the edge back to the base. I'll do the same to the side. Let's see. No, still does the same. Let's undo. Yeah, something like this. That's exactly what we want. So what is going to happen now from here? We're going to place our trusses. It's either we do it, there are two ways of doing it. We can use the roof wizard to place the trusses, or we can go back to the section and sketch our truss and then use the truss maker tool to create that truss. I find it that way more precise than using the roof wizard. There are a lot of stages in using that. This one, I'll adjust this line to there, do the same to here, and then I will do the same to there. That's how this will gonna sit. Then from here, let me offset 114, so 228. That's the width of the rafter that I'm going to use, something like that. And then let's clean up this edge, clean this point like so. Perfect. I guess everything now is fine. The truss has to start right on this platform. Okay. Let me trim this. Let's separate them, because we're gonna create this independently, and then we'll have this as a column, as a slanting column. That one is fine, but it should be part of the roof as well. We'll see how I mean during the course of this exercise. Yeah, there we go. Our truss is just on the rafters. We can also put the tie beam maybe at the top here. So let's draw a line there. Yeah. So you can give it a different color if you want to have this in different sizes, your rafters and this, but I think it will be better they are on the same size. I'll just leave it there. And then from here I'll select these 2Ds, and then go to design extras, truss maker, then create a layer, I'll pick a line, then the surface is gonna be wood pine. Find something like pine. It's fine. Yeah, and then I did a tutorial on using this truss maker settings to create a truss. I'll put the link in the description, or I'll even put it as a cut at the top right corner there, so that you can really, it's an in-depth tutorial. So here we have different types of materials that we can use. This timber construction, hollow section, and then the steel profile. So I'll keep on using timber construction. And then you have these options as well to see the truss preview of your if you have different colors, they will be listed here. Different types of them will be listed here according to their sizes. So here I'm gonna put 228 as the width, no, 228 as the height, and then this 80, let me just put 100 as the width. This is the section of the rafter or the profile of the timber that I'm creating. From there, yeah, I think everything it's super. Hit OK, and then I have a folder that I've created already, trusses. If you don't have, just create a new folder. You can whatever call it name you want. Truss. So the trusses. How do you spell trusses? That way, and then create. So you place all of your truss in this folder. This one I'll call it truss A, and then save. A new truss maker object has been created on the floor plan. Hit OK, and then go to, okay, there we go. You can adjust it from there, and then place it where it's supposed to sit, like so. Perfect. Now the thing is, we're having an issue here of our connection or joints between the truss rafter and the platform. I think we'll do the detail of it, how we're going to fix these trusses on the platform. And then here again, we're going to have it fixed on this slanting column. This slanting column is going to have the attributes of this truss as well. So yeah, I think everything now is fine. We can appreciate it on 3D to see how it will come out. Then let's go to the floor plan and position it the way we want. Go there, and then I'll move it 200 inside. What I'm going to do, I'm going to multiply it along the span of the roof. So I'll use the spread method and then have the spacing of a meter. That will be center to center. I'll pick right on the center and then go all the way like so. And then make sure you group. I'll take advantage of this selection and then I'll group these members. It's a good practice, guys, to group the multiplied members in your project for the purpose of selection and future selection. Go to 3D window and appreciate how it comes. I think it's super. Everything now it's perfect. We could have fixed this issue of joining these two members, the platform and the column, before we multiply. I think it could have solved our problem easier. And then we multiplied it with already. Let's undo it. What I'll do, go back to the LS section, sorry, and then we're going to have a base plate connection, a base plate connector that will house these two members. You can quickly sketch. I can quickly do a sketch like so, maybe using that one, and then that. Do that. And then I'm gonna have another fixing area here, fixing plate. That will be like so. Even if you can go all the way, it's fine. So this will be welded on this plate. That's basically it. So we're gonna use a morph. Go to morph, morph tool, and then trace the plate like so. And then I will do to this one as well. If you go to the 3D window, this is what will happen. Change the material of this into metal. I will not override the surface. Uncheck this so that it gets the material of the material is being assigned to it, just like that. And then I'll first by extruding the base plate. Go that way by maybe 800, and then this is going to be only the thickness of 20. It's just a plate. And then if you go to the floor plan, it should be visible here. To make it visible here, go to select it, then change on the floor panel section. Make sure it's all stories so that it can be reflected. There we go. And then this, I want it to be on the center of the plate. So what I'll do, I'll pick a line, then draw a line there. Draw a line as a midpoint, and then drag this there. And then from here, I'll move it with the half thickness of the truss, which is 50 this way, and then I'll mirror a copy to that side. And then in 3D we have something like that. So this will be, a base plate connection. Right click, select everything, and then right click to access Boolean operation. Then we're gonna union everything. So that's the plate basically. Oh, I forgot something, but I can do it here. So we have the bolts that will connect, or these two. I'll create the hole for that. Go to that section, then pick the circle, draw a circle of the hole. The diameter of the hole is going to be 20, so the radius is going to be 10. No, it's 20. Something like this. And then make sure you position it in a perfect position. And then I'm gonna have a morph again. Sorry, select the morph, then place it on this. Go to 3D, extrude this to pierce through your plate. And then also override the surface, then right click while the thing is selected, and then subtract, pick that one. There we go. Now we have our holes for bolting, for bolts and nuts. And then go to the top or the plan view and move this into position like so. 3D window, that's exactly what I wanted. Now the problem here is this has to be sitting right on top of the base plate. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to revise my truss design. Go to elevation or section, and then instead of, let me just delete the first one. I will extract extend that. Do the same on this side. Maybe 100. Do the same 50. Perfect. Select all the truss lines, then go to design, design extra, truss maker. Let's create a truss. It will inherit the previous settings. Then I'll hit OK. Go to the folder, then I'll replace that. I could have. Okay, I shouldn't be deleted the first one because I was gonna replace it. So yeah, these are the mistakes you can learn from. Let's see. I think much better. I think it's sitting right where I want. Let's position it. Select the truss and move it to the center of this. There. Let me delete this line. Perfect. You check on the 3D. This is exactly what I meant to achieve. And then we're gonna have bolts here that will be bolted on this timber or concrete platform, but I think we better do the right things in the right way. So go back to the section, and then, or even on the floor plan. Let's do it on the floor plan. Check your slab 2, then draw. Let's draw a slab there. Go back to the elevation. You should see our slab. Let's see the offset. Should be 6 meters. The best way is to cut a section across that slab. Let's move this section to here, somewhere here, and then check on it. There we go. This is the slab. We're going to change it to concrete. Let's find concrete material. This is not a concrete structure. There we go. And then I'll move it to the position, and then change the height to 600. Exactly, this is what I want. You can clean up this detail because I'm keen to the communication or the documentation of the design. So I'll always check if the representation on the drawings are perfect. Things like this. I don't want to see a line across here. So this will be dependent on the priority connection. And then again, we have to have the base of the platform as a structure, and then we have the finish. So in this case, we just have one element that is being made up of a slab. It doesn't represent everything well, so we need to have structures there, and then we have a finish. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to change the thickness of this. I'll have this as a finish. I'm gonna change it to 50, something like that, and then change the material to timber flow, something like that, timber flow. And then I'm gonna have some concrete blocks under this. So it's either we copy this one and then place it here, then maybe change the height to something like 300. Yeah. Then let's see if you, I think the space between that, I'll do 800. And then let's multiply this. Use the increment and spread. Pick the first point on the first concrete, then multiply. There we go. Like I said, make sure you group items, and then what will happen, this one now increase its height to 650. Then I'll do the same for that one. Then this one, and that one. Let me just make them all 650. Even this one, just make them all 650, like so. So we have our cantilever being well defined. So what we're going to do, we're going to have a proper structure above. So this will be more like a beam that will run across that. So let's do this. Move this thing up and then go to the plane. From the plane, let's go to objects. Go to object. What is wrong with this? To go to objects, then under roof I'll find pair lines. I'll use pair lines as our beam, then change the sizes to maybe 228 by 100. Yeah, then check the classification to, let me change this to, we also have a video that explains the classification and properties of the elements in your project. So I'll also put the link in the description, and I'll also link it on the top right corner. So this member has to be under substructure floor construction, floor substructure frame, or floor deck, whichever organization or criteria you prefer. In this case, I'll leave it this on this one, then hit OK. So I'm going to draw it on top of these concrete blocks, like so. And then let's stretch it to span all the way. That is the width of our structure. Something like that. I don't know, will be determined something like this. No, should go all the way to the balcony, which is this part. and then move it right on the edge of the deck, like so. If you check on 3D, what I'm trying to do here, where is it? Go to floor plan section, and then let's say all stories. Maybe 6 meters. There we go. Here it is. Go to the section, and then to move it in the position. It's not appearing here. Go to layers, and then make sure all layers are turned on. It's not showing. It's because of, let's move the section back to accommodate the cut. There we go. Then move it to the top of our concrete blocks, like so. So now we have this board sheeting connected or nailed into this beam. So what I'll do, I'll change the material side loading. I don't know why. I'm looking for this texture that I want to change, but I see here it's not being override. Let's see. Okay, for now I don't think it's matters a lot. If you have an idea how to change that, please go to the comment section and give us a hint. So if you go to the 3D, that's exactly what I want to achieve. Yeah, you see, these concrete blocks will be dependent on the height of the terrain at that point. In this case, you see they are suspended. What you need to do, you need to drop them like so, to have them deep in they will vary with the height. Trust me, you guys, depending on the height of the terrain, like I said. Good, something like that. Yeah, and then I'm gonna multiply this across the width of the project. What I'll do, I'll start first with the trusses with the connection. Let me just group everything before I do this group. That one and that. I thought this was a group. Then go to the floor plan. Let's multiply it. Multiply. I'm gonna use 1.5 center to center, which is these. So I'll need go that way. Maybe there. Perfect. Let's check on 3D. Let's appreciate. Yeah. think we need to fix this detail. Select the finish, the floor finish, and then stretch or offset the edge to there. I think we could have done the same to our beams, our floor beams. Go all the way and do that. You can forward this video if this is more like tedious, but there are not that many. I'll just quickly do them. There we go. Left it 4. Sorry for this, guys. I didn't foresee this coming, but yeah, it's fine. I'm done. Check on 3D. Now you have a clean cut, clean finish at the edge of your building. Perfect. Very impressive. The next step is to now place the finish on top of the roof. So because this will act as a roof membrane for insulation, so I'm gonna have a finish. So what I'll do, I'll explode this, split into single planes like and then split, then select these 2 planes, go to design. I'm gonna use the accessories tool. Go to roof extras, design extras, and then accessories, go to roof. Then from here, select the roof surfacer, go to the roof surfacer settings. I'm gonna use standing steam. You've got a couple of options here. You can use corrugated sheets or trapezoid sheet, whatever. Let me just pick trapezoid sheet for now, and then I'll check this to detail, and then the background, change the pen for the feel. I don't want it, I'll put it in transparent. Then the contour pen line, I'll change it to color 6 on the color table. Perfect. And then we have this problem here under number 3, which is the offset height from the column, from the roof truss. So the best way to achieve this is to place the battings first, the pair lines first, so that you can determine this distance as a gap. So what I'll do, I'll cancel this and then go to the plan. Maybe just go to the first floor of the roof. No, I'll just use the ground floor. What I'll do, I'll go to object settings. Let's use this buttons for the roof. Then I'm going to change the angle to accommodate our roof angle, which is 60. Then go to representation material, check everything there, it's according to what you want. Classification and properties also, it's also should be where it belongs, under roofing, roof construction, roof structural frame. Yes, I'll put it there. Choose. This is very, very important, guys, if you are doing reports of these elements. So it's nicer to organize your information, your data, in a manner that will make your life easier when it comes to do quantities and reports. So I'll place that here. then rotate that way, and let's place there. What I'm going to do is stretch it all the way like that, then stretch it to the ridge of the roof, then check on the 3D. This is how it's coming. Go to the section and place it where it's supposed to. I don't know why it's going all the way like that. Something is wrong. Missed it. There. Okay, then go back to the and stretch to the ridge like so. Should be okay. Perfect. I see this is a very time-saving tool for the pillars. Now let's change the sizes. We didn't change the size of this elements. Go to the profile settings, go back. I want this to be 48 by 48, and then change the material to, let's override to pi. Perfect. We're good to go. The next thing, let's mirror this to the other side. Just mirror like that. Good stuff. Now we can go back and let's go back and place the finish on top of these pillars. Like I said, what we'll do is that select the two planes of the roof and then design extra accessories, roof accessories. Then the roof surfacer tool or object, change this to detail. I'll leave it at standing steam. Change the background as transparent, the fill pane as screen, and then the control, I'll use color 6 in the table. Can I use standing steam or the trapezoid? We've got options to choose. So now coming to this issue number 3, we're going to have this as 48 because of the height of our pay lines. I hope it makes sense. And then make sure also the classification and properties is on the right class. Guys, we use the MS Beam template. It's currently available online. You can download it. I'll put the link in the description also for you to access it. So this template uses the Uniformat 2010 CSI for organizing and structuring data of the project. So yeah, let's assign this surface a good class. That's under shell because it's the roof. We'll find the roof there and then supplement components. Okay, then hit OK. So it will place our sheets. Now what we need to adjust is the distance between the sheets and the pillars. The best way to do it, let's go to the section. I've cut a section to adjust these roofing sheets to sit on top of the pillars perfectly. Now everything is fine. If we check on the 3D, we have all elements are sitting where we want it to be. So the next thing is to place the ridge on top of this. We go back to section, then I'm gonna sketch using a polyline just do this way, just the way I want the ridge to be like. I'll do this, and then from here I'll offset this because it's a sheet. It's going to be a sheet of metal. Offset this by maybe 20. Yeah, say 50. Let me say 50. And could have offsetted a copy, but what I'll do, I'll also do a copy there to place it there. Then I have another copy at 25. Perfect. Then I'm going to insert, let me have a reference line here going all the way like so. Okay. And then insert the points there. Then this I'm gonna have it that way just to clean up. So I have these two. I have these two now as a profile of our ridge. What I'll do, I'll copy it and then go to options, complex profile manager, and I'm gonna set up a new profile and call it let me say ridge flashing. Okay, and then I'm gonna paste that elements there, paste it there. I will use that as a reference line. Then okay, from here go to fill, pick sheet of metal. Let's pick this titanium zinc, and then magic wand to place our metal sheet. Perfect. Then save. I'm gonna use both a wall and a beam. And then we go back to our ground. So let us fix things here. Let us solve this problem as earlier. So this needs to be represented on the roof plan. So what I'll do, I'll change the home story to the roof. Do the same to the pair lines. I'll do the same to the pair lines. And then the beams are fine. Perfect. I think that's how I want it. And then go back to the section and realign them to the position. What I'll do, just bring everything like so. I'll put everything sitting on where I want. Move it up by 48. It's supposed to be here. I think I've messed up. Let's measure this distance and see 50. So it means we're gonna move these guys down by 50. Let's do another 50. Perfect. Good stuff. we have our floor plan very clean. That's one thing that we need to think in consideration of how you want to represent your elements in drawings. Like I said before, documentation is also important. Even this, we have to have them in hidden detail, the concrete blocks. But anyway, for the sake of this demonstration, let's just leave it the way it is. So I'm gonna go to the roof, and then I will draw that ridge. I'll place the ridge. I'll use the beam tool and change the profile to ridge. There are plenty of profiles in this template, so the ridge. Find the ridge. There we go. And then I'll use the ridge line as a reference point. Then please go back to the section. You can get rid of your lines and remain with the outer one. And get rid of this. Then move the ridge into the position, just like this. Just like this. Delete this. Perfect. Check on the 3D. It's exactly what we want. So now we need to change the material of this to match the roof. Go to settings and then under materials, I guess, and override this and check to get the same finish. Perfect. I think I'm happy. So now the next step, let's fix or let's place the columns, the vertical columns as part of the truss to support this balcony. I had that imaginary line before. Let us just draw it again. The line that I drew from here going there. Perfect. We can use different methods to place this, but in this case I'll just use a timber pattern. So what I'll do, I'll go to, I can still use this, guys. Just go to design and truss maker, create a truss, and then I'll use the same material. Then hit OK. Make sure it's on the right folder, and then I'll give this one truss B as a name. Hit OK. Then go to your roof. No, it's on the ground floor. We should be able to see that, or even on this section. Maybe it's up or down. This is our section line here. This is our section line. I don't know why it's not visible, but we can place it this way. Go to object and then go to the embedded library, MS beam trusses, truss B, and then I'll place that component there and make sure it's on the right position. Go to section, mirror it, and then let's position it case again, extension, we can select this line and then go to truss maker. Now before we do that, sorry, let's extend this to go a bit down like that. Then design extra, create a truss. We're going to use the same attributes. Then we're gonna replace. Let's go to truss and replace truss B. And replace. So that's didn't do much of a difference. Let's delete this one and then let's place new truss B. Move it there, go to section, mirror. I think this one is fine. Perfect. This one is okay. Yeah. So we're gonna have its own footing here, which is perfect. So let's check on the 3D. Sorry, to avoid this kind of navigation issue, you select one of the elements here, and then you can orbit it. It will restrict the view to go away from the screen. Oh, still does the same, but that's a trick. Okay, I think we need to one thing we can do here, we can have our trusses in line with the beams. I don't get what I'm trying to say. If you select, let's change the material first for the beams. Change the material to wood pine. Is it timber floor is fine. That way. Then what we can do, what I was trying to explain is that instead of having a truss here, or maybe instead of having this gap, we attach them together, and it's gonna solve a problem. Also, it's gonna increase the strength, stability of the whole structure. Let's go to the ground plane, and then what we are going to do is to move this there, just to show you what I'm trying to. You see, when it's like this, it's much better. You can right. Sorry guys, I had a visitor. What we can do is that we can also use the bolt and nut situation here to bow this thing together. So I'm gonna have the same to all the trusses and the beams. So go back to the plane, and then let's do the same to all beams. Or you can select them all once and then do it. It's not much of a problem. Do this, do that, and then let's move it to there. check on the 3D. Yeah, then all are being addressed. Don't worry about the roof interfering. What we can do, select it, select the roof, then connect to bring solid element operation. Let's pick this as an operator. We're going to do subtraction with downward extrusion to kill it off, to clean up this. We're gonna have the same bolt and nut situation here. Like I said, just to stabilize our structure. Even here, it's gonna be the same. So let's go to this. Sorry, to the plan view. Then let's also align our sorry guys, I kept on having some visitors here. So let's align this to there are two options. We can have it flashing or underneath, but let's see the best way to do it. Yeah, I think you can also use the same bolt and nut situation. So let's go back to the section view and then make sure this is going all the way to there. Oh, sorry, not that much, to there, so that we can have bolt and nut situation here. I guess it makes sense. If I had a nut, I could have used it. Perfect. Exactly what I want. We can also have it here. You see this? We can also have it here instead of have it here. Which one will be better? I guess this structural engineer who might advise better, but having this side or moving it to that side. Or having a bolt and nut situation here, and then at the top there. No, I think let's leave it this way. What we can do, select that, and then connect solid element operation. Let's try something here. Let's use this as an operator, downward extrusion. But I wanted we can move it there. This is a different maker. That will solve the now we can extend the width of this to 110. So that we have didn't clean. I always like to solve this type of situation. You see, it's a millimeter difference of the situation. So perfect. Now I'm gonna have the bolt and nut here, and then this side is gonna be maybe using a plate, a truss hanger to join these two, because this one goes all the way to the footing. Yeah, good stuff. So what we need to do is to now multiply this along the width. Now we have a problem here to solve. I don't know what happened. Go to section and then move this guy down to where he's below. Perfect. Problem solved. Another exercise, multiplication of that. So what I would do, I'll right click and then go to move to drag multiple copies so that I can use this as a reference point. Then I'll go to all beams and take this element, just like so. Then escape, group all elements. Let's check. Now we need to, sorry, my navigation is poor. I don't know what's the problem. Let's trim off this, or clean up this joint. So the best way is to select all the trusses. So let's select all the trusses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All of them. Right click, then connect, bring solid element operation from there, pick all these suspend groups, pick all this as an operator, then subtraction with downward extrusion to clean up all this. Now I have a plate, like I said, truss hanger that will connect these two. Close this. I hope it makes sense, guys. I hope it makes sense. Once design, is also important to think of construction methods. So that's what basically I'm doing here. And then the next stage is to place everything is set now. We have the platforms, the deck is in place, and then the roof as a shell of the structure. Now we need to place the curtain walling here. That one is pretty easy. Go to curtain wall 2, then where's your roof, draw the first point, and then there. I want it to be more like recessed. Move it in by 200, like so. And then if you check on the 3D, probably on the, it's not showing here. What I'll do, so the ground maybe 6 meters. Let's mark you, show mark you in 3D. Where is it? Let's open this elevation. Come on. Go to layers, make sure the layer for curtain wall is active. Doesn't show. What is the problem? Let's see the settings of this member. Give it a layer. I'll give it exterior superstructure windows. Then check on the 3D. Nothing is showing. What might be the problem? Okay, let's move our section line there. Move our section line right there. There we go. Still under 0. Let's put it up to there. want to stretch it all the way to the apex of the building. Perfect. I'll take advantage of this view to edit that. So I'll get rid of other members here, other components in this thing. I'll go to edit, and then I'll pick this. There's a way of selecting the entire area. Okay, no, activate the skin grid so that we can select one of the grids and then delete this one, and then I'll also delete that one. And let's check this grid. I'll move it to there. Same applies to this one. I'll move it to here, and then this, get rid of it. Yeah. And then even this vertical ones, delete, just to have a clean and simple caternal design. Same applies to this one. Perfect. What I can do, I can arrange, move it this, move it to there, do the same to this one, whichever way you want to design your caternal. So from here, let's select this point, pick the boundary of your caternal, and then let's insert, or not even inserting, let's pick this point and then place it there, and then let's do the same thing to that one, place it there, and then also adjust this side. Let's do the same to this, is fine. Then we are good to go. Hit exit, and then we have a clean, I think the area that I'm still not happy is this one. Go to edit, go back to edit, and then we can delete that. Perfect. And then maybe move this guy by the corner there. Sorry. Skin grid. And let's move this guy there. And hit OK. Oh, there's another situation here. Grid, pick the grid, then perfect. Exit, and then let's appreciate on 3D. This is where I want to change this to presentation solid. Exactly what I want. Yeah, now I'm left with placing a door there. But before you do that, let's mirror a copy to that side. Where is it? Should be visible there. Need to see it. Go back to 3D and make sure the visibility in ground floor show on home story only. And then let's see. There we go. Then mirror a copy. same finish to this side as well. Perfect. Okay, another item is to place a door here. Let's place a door, select this edit, then select only this panel, and then change here to sliding door. Click on it. Then let's select the settings of this sliding door. Go to, then by 3D I'll put full. Then click here and check my model attributes. Glass material, find glass, and then all these are alright. Maybe we can put a handle there, something like, because it's a sliding door, you don't need a handle on a sliding door. If it's automatic, yes, we don't need it. If it's manual operated, we definitely need. Let's take this one and hit OK. Perfect. Then exit the editing mode. There we go. We have a nice and clean curtain. Yeah, another thing is to treat this balcony. I'm gonna add the railings here and put a staircase there. I think the best way, let's start with the staircase. Let's start with the staircase. I think we'll need the same setup here to extend here so that it can support this. Let's copy the first project. Oh, sorry. Select that, then drag a copy, place it there. Yeah, something like that. But here we don't need a truss. What we do, let's delete that. Let's delete this. Then the base plate connection. Yeah. So let's place our staircase. Go to plane. Then pick the stair 2. I'll just use the default settings of this. Then I'll draw it all the way like so. I'll put it inside to here. Then make sure, what's the width of this? It's supposed to be 2 meters. That's fine. Check on the 3D. I think we need to mark you first. Mark you. Let's mark you. Oh, might be down. So best way is to open this elevation. You'll see a cut of the staircase somewhere here. There we go. Then let's move this to the position. Something like that. Yeah. Make sure it's perfectly aligned. because we're dealing with a very complex terrain, so the issue of visibility on the floor plan, the home story, blah blah, it will be an issue. So you make sure every time you know what you're doing. So in this case, I'll go to floor plan display, and then visibility will show home story, blah blah. Let me say all stories for the sake of modeling this or positioning this, so that when I go to plan view, I have access of the staircase. Let me delete these lines. Yeah, my computer is now struggling. It's very slow to respond. But anyway, we're almost there, guys, to the end of this. So let's stretch this back or move it back to the deck, like so. Something like this. Now the issue with the connection, structural connection of this, so we need to have the beam of the staircase connected to this beam. So the best way I see is to move this ungroup, and then I'll select this two group. What I'll do, I'll move this towards the edge of the concrete block. No, that was too much. Let's have it flush. Maybe do it on the floor plan. Move it to flush here, so that we can stretch this all the way. Let's see. Yeah, move the staircase. Do that. Move it to here. Check on 3D. Exactly. So now we can have the connection here, or we can anchor this into the concrete block. Whichever way, it's perfect. It's just the possibilities. So if you want this type of designs for the staircase, I have done a tutorial about how to create custom staircases. So I'll also put the link in the description, even on the top right corner. And then I have products, presets, more than 50 presets of custom modern staircases that you can download. I'll also put the link in the description for you to download different types of staircases, very well designed. Okay, that was basically that. And then now let's put railings. So to put railing, go to railing 2. I'll also use the default that comes with this template, and then I'll just place. Do the same to this side. Perfect. This is also part of the railing system that comes with the preset pack for the staircases. So like I said, you find the link in the description. I also made a video how to create this type of railings, so I'll also link it with in the description. So make sure the settings are, or the construction methods are perfectly defined. I'll move this thing to that side, and then you want these clamp connections to be sitting on the top of the trees. So what I'll do, I will move I'll select this, and then the distance, the offset distance, maybe reduce it to 6340. No, 40 is too much. Let's say 42, 45, or 43. No, 45 will do. What is the problem? I think the question is the settings of maybe the pitch of the staircase. It's a problem that can be solved also. I'll leave this one for you guys. Join us in the comment section to discuss that, how you can solve this thing. I already have it on the video that I made for railing. You can also check on it and see how I solved this problem. So even on the same side, on this side is also needed to be addressed. Like, this is too much. 6 is fine. Move it down, so sorry. Yeah, let me leave it to you. Another thing is the railing for the balcony, of which I'm gonna use the same railing here. What I'll do, I'll just pick the parameters of that and then start drawing using the edge of this, then connect it there. Same applies to this side, then connect it with that. Perfect. There's an issue here. We can stretch to there. Perfect. Thank you guys for watching this video. I know it was a bit long. I couldn't manage to put everything together in a short video, so yeah, it was worth it being a lengthy video. So guys, if you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell for more videos. We make videos of this nature almost every week, or if times allows us, we can produce 3 videos a week. So yeah, thanks once again for watching. Make sure you share, like, and go to the comment section and interact with us. Ask anything that you want to ask about this. I gave you a task how to address this problem of railing. We need to have a practical way of addressing this. This clamps has to sit on top of the trees so that it can be nicely represented. Yeah, thanks guys. See you in the next video. Bye.